It's no secret that some of the hottest places in the world are deserts. In fact, the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth was taken in Death Valley of the Mojave Desert over in California, which was a super sultry 134 degrees Fahrenheit. With temperatures that high, sometimes people can run into some dangerous situations while exploring the world's deserts, which is exactly what we'll be talking about in today's show. What's up, folks? Welcome back to The Supreme. I'm your host, Matty Wills, and today's title is 5 Times People Have Seen Terrifying Things in the Desert. Want to become part of the Supreme team? Make sure to subscribe down below with notifications on so you don't miss anything we post each day. Let's get rolling. Walking bones. We'll start things off with a very strange photograph that was recently sent in to the Supreme family. The scenario is a strange one, and according to the information we were able to gain, it's also one of the craziest stories you'll ever hear, if you choose to believe it, that is. Check it out. The story goes of a couple looking to explore the world's most beautiful deserts, and after visiting some of the more popular ones, they finally make it to South Africa to tour the Namib Desert. Now, for those who don't know, this desolate yet robust land is considered the oldest desert in the world, with an age of 43 million years. Anyway, while the couple was driving through, looking to catch pictures of some of the rare animals that only live in this area, they looked out of their window and saw something completely crazy. There, it appears to be some sort of standing skeletal creature that, according to posts on the internet, was walking towards the car. Now, of course, all of this sounds completely crazy, but hey, if you look far enough on the internet, you can pretty much find stories about anything. But if you've heard anything about this story somewhere else, and maybe you have some details to help us fill it in, go ahead and drop those comments down below. A saw-scaled viper. When it comes to the most dangerous creatures that you can find in any desert, there are a lot to choose from. Aside from the four-legged creatures like cougars and wild hogs and Gila monsters, more on that last one in just a few minutes, there are also an entire world of legless creatures that can kill you faster than almost anything, if you aren't paying attention, of course. Up next, we'll talk about one of the most dangerous creatures that you can find in any desert, and they're called saw-scaled vipers. This venomous snake typically dwells in the Middle East and out in Central Asia. Of the 4 deadliest snakes in the world, that is, the snakes responsible for the most human deaths on an annual basis, the saw-scaled viper is the smallest, but that doesn't mean you should take it lightly at all. This super aggressive, extra irritable viper has venom that really takes destroying its victims to the next level. You see, getting bit by a saw-scaled viper kicks off an internal timer that, if things aren't satisfied in a set amount of time, could lead to a victim having a really bad day. For instance, the venom from the snake bite kills over 125,000 people a year. But what's perhaps even a bit more concerning is the fact that around 400,000 people a year who are bit by this snake but don't die have to have something amputated. The reason behind that is just in the science of the way this specific snake's venom acts once it encounters the blood of its victim. While some really smart scientists are still working on the best possible cure for these types of venomous bites, the best thing we can do to protect ourselves is to simply not get bitten by one of these things in the first place. If you ever happen to stumble upon one of these guys in their neck of the woods, you may actually hear them before you see them. You see, when they are alerted to a potential predator, the saw-scaled viper will twist its body into an S shape and move slowly and cautiously. Its thick scales rub against each other, making up a low hissing sound that serves as an alert to whatever's nearby. If that warning isn't enough, the quick striking ability of these relatively small creatures allow it to insert its venom into its victim, and with such a high mortality rate, if you don't seek and receive immediate help, then you may be in for a quick exit. Gila monsters. Up next, we've got another deadly desert creature, and surprisingly, most people out there haven't even heard about this one. Meet the Gila monsters. And no, that's not to be confused with the old Nickelodeon cartoon Gullah Gullah Island. Unlike most lizards, these guys are venomous, so you really have to be careful when dealing with one that you find out in the wild. One fun fact about the Gila monster is that it's the largest known native lizard in the United States, and the manner in which it delivers its potent venom to its prey is a lot more agonizing than being bitten by a snake. You see, when a snake bites you and injects its deadly concoction straight into your blood, the process is a fairly quick one. Most snake bites deliver the venom in under a second, leaving some people confused as to whether they were even bitten in the first place. But the quick method of delivery is not one the Gila monster chooses to utilize. In fact, these dudes go to the complete opposite direction, and when it chooses to bite its victim, it usually clamps down its mouth and keeps it closed, slowly injecting the prey with the deadly venom while still gnawing away on the open wound for up to 15 minutes. Can you imagine being bitten by something for 15 minutes? Sounds like pure torture to me. One of the only ways, in fact, to remove a Gila that's clamped down on your arm or foot is to duck its head underwater. But if you're in the middle of a desert when you run into this unfortunate situation, you may have a little trouble finding a nearby pool for you to try and drown this Gila. One good thing, however, is that these dudes rarely ever come out to play. What I mean is that some reports suggest that Gila monsters will spend up to 95% of their lives hidden away underground, really only coming out to forage for food when it feels hungry enough. Now, it's not all bad in the world of dangerous desert animals, as back in 1992, a pretty remarkable discovery was made. There's an enzyme in the Gila venom that has allowed scientists to help people with type 2 diabetes. Exendin 4, which was synthesized in the early 90s, once it was discovered, it increases the body's ability to create insulin that lasts, which is key for patients with diabetes. So, as you can see, sometimes we gotta find the beauty in the ugly, if you know what I mean. The man-like creature. So I know why a lot of you are here, and it's to see if today's the lucky day where we say your name to more than 1 million subscribers. With that being said, today's special recognition goes out to Christian Rivera. Just a couple days ago, Christian watched one of our videos and left a comment down in the comment section that read, "Love your videos. I love how you talk about different topics." Hey, Christian, thank you so much for that amazing comment. We really appreciate you and everyone else who chooses to make the Supreme a part of their daily activity. And we promise that we won't be slowing down anytime soon. Also, we post every single day here on The Supreme, so don't forget to come on back by tomorrow for some more brand new episodes from your favorite YouTube channel. So our last two clips have featured creatures that actually exist. By that I mean that not only do we have countless pictures and videos that document their existence, but also scientists and researchers and animal experts can all tell you everything you want to know about them as well. But this next clip features something that, after all of the research I've conducted, simply doesn't or shouldn't exist. At least there aren't any real facts out there to support that they do. In video that was retrieved in a Portuguese desert, what in the world is that thing walking around on the sand? Is that? It looks like some sort of humanoid creature walking upright on 2 feet like a human would, but that definitely is not a real person. What the heck is going on? According to Google, a humanoid technically is a being that resembles a human with its shape. And when I look at this video, well, it seems like that's exactly what we're looking at right now. So if you've ever seen anything like this before, please go ahead and let us know about your experience down there in the comments. Do you want to get a shout out in one of our daily videos? Well, don't forget to drop a comment down below with the hashtag Supreme Family. Tomorrow could be your day. Now, let's get back to the topic, the caracal. We'll end things today with another 4-legged animal that parades through many different environments, including deserts, forests, and savannas. But this time around, we're dealing with a mammal and not a creepy reptile, slithering snake, or unidentified humanoid. It's called a caracal, and as you can see, this is another large species of predator cat that could prove dangerous to humans or pets if they feel cornered or threatened. Have you ever heard of the caracal? These things can survive up to 20 years in the wild, and some reports say that they'll live up to 30 years when held in captivity. In Turkey, the word caracal literally translates to black ears, as you can see that this would be an accurate description of this rarely talked about wild cat. These animals with their powerful hind legs can leap more than 10 feet in the air, and also would give a cheetah a run for its money, as the caracal's top speed is up to around 50 miles per hour. Now, humans don't necessarily have to fear this gigantic kitten, as they're typically extremely cautious when it comes to crossing paths with mankind. However, any predator should be considered dangerous in the right or wrong situations. They typically feast on hares, mice, and gerbils. However, they've been known to capture and consume much larger animals like gazelle, impalas, sheep, and even goats. So I know these things are kind of cute, but I would highly advise against trying to domesticate one of these guys, as they really don't have an off switch. While playing, they would typically display no regard for your furniture or the interior of your home in general. So it's probably best to just let them roam free in the wild. Now wait, before we finish up, did you forget to drop your comments down in the comment section? What? You did? Then go ahead and talk to us right now. We love hearing from you. Plus, it helps us to figure out what stories we should keep and then which ones we should stay away from. So don't hesitate. Don't even think about it. Just go comment right now. And that's today's video. If you like today's video, leave a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you never have to miss out on any of our interesting videos ever again.